What happens when the team behind one of New York City's most popular restaurants, 4 Charles Prime Rib, takes over one of the city's most storied bars? 100 years ago, it was frequented by legends like Babe Ruth and Joe DiMaggio, and today hosts celebs like Taylor Swift and Selena Gomez. With some of the best ambiance in the city and a nearly identical menu to 4 Charles, this has all the makings to be one of the best restaurants in the city. Today, we're trying Monkey Bar. Last week we were able to try 4 Charles Prime Rib for the first time and absolutely loved it. So many of you guys asked if we can come back and make videos on their sister restaurants, Monkey Bar and Cheval, and we were able to snag reservations for both of them on the same weekend, so we'll let you guys know how they compare. Monkey Bar opened in 1936 in the Hotel Elysee, a few blocks from Rockefeller Center in Midtown, although it wasn't always called Monkey Bar. There are a few different origin stories, with probably the most fun being that it was actually inspired by actress Tallulah Bankhead, who lived in the hotel with a pet monkey, as well as her more famous pet lion. The list of celebrities who've dined here spans nearly a century, from icons like F. Scott Fitzgerald, Babe Ruth, and Frank Sinatra, to modern stars like Taylor Swift and Selena Gomez. It's rare for a restaurant to sustain this level of fame for so long, but it hasn't always been smooth sailing. The 1990s and early 2000s were especially tough, until 2009 when Vanity Fair editor-in-chief Graydon Carter took over and revitalized the place. It was forced to close again during the pandemic, but was luckily saved by the team behind Cheval and 4 Charles Prime Rib, Hog Salt Hospitality. And today, nearly 100 years later, it's still a celebrity hotspot and one of the toughest reservations to get in the city.
The Ambiance is as old world New York as you can find. Walking in, you'll find the bar area just as beautiful and themed as the dining room, but these tables are available on a first come, first served basis. It could be difficult to get a table here, but the walk-in only bar area and large dining room make it significantly easier than 4 Charles. The first thing you notice when you walk into the dining room is the stunning mural painted by renowned artist Ed Sorel in 2009. There are touches of the monkey motif all over, in addition to some fun jungle theming like zebra print on the bar and stairs. The music is exactly what you'd expect. Some swing, some jazz, they completely nailed the vibe.
If you've been to 4 Charles or Cheval, you'll probably notice a few familiar items on the menu. We are here for brunch, so it's actually a little bit more different than I was expecting, but a lot of the steaks are taken straight from the 4 Charles menu, and the burger is the exact same burger that you can get at Cheval. Some of the items have similar names, but are supposed to be different, like the French dip, so I think we're gonna have to get that and see how it compares. There are a surprising number of dishes on the menu that look to be taken directly from 4 Charles, with the exact same prices. The prime rib French dip, 22-ounce ribeye, 16-ounce New York strip, and their prime rib is just the 4 Charles cut, which we loved. Their burgers are prepared the exact same way as Cheval, which is essentially the same as the one from 4 Charles, but with a slightly different sauce. But the funny thing is, here you can get it with the USDA prime beef patties that they use at Cheval, or the Snake River Farms Wagyu patties they use at 4 Charles. And nearly all the sides are the exact same. The mashed potatoes, fries, cream spinach, bacon, mushrooms, and the truffle mac and cheese. Even the desserts are nearly identical. The brunch menu is a bit different, but still has all of their staples. In addition to the French dip, we went with their monkey bread and king crab Rangoon. We decided to ask what their most popular steak was, and our waitress said it was the steak frites, which on the lunch menu is the 10-ounce ribeye. At the time, I was surprised she recommended the least expensive steak, but I realized later on this was less of a recommendation and really just the case of most people order the least expensive option, which at $56 still isn't cheap, but I really think we should have ordered one of their dry-aged offerings.
I got myself a coconut margarita, and how cute is this presentation? Let's give it a try. Wow. It's like a pina colada with tequila. That is delicious and so refreshing. Perfect for a summer day.
They are much more known for their martinis, but we saw this going by and we couldn't resist. We're definitely more of margarita people than martinis, and this looks right up our alley. Wow. That is incredible. It really is like a pina colada with just a hint of tequila, a little bit of lime, so much coconut. Really, really good. I don't know if it fits the vibe or not, because it is tropical and the whole monkey theme is tropical, but it's also very swanky, like a swing club in here. So not really the vibe. I guess like a martini would be more of the vibe, but I don't know, kind of in the monkey theme, I guess.
All right, let's put some of this truffle monkey butter on this truffle monkey bread. And I'm gonna take a bite right off the top. That is delicious.
Holy smokes, now that I have this in front of me, it smells so strongly of truffle. I'm gonna eat the top too, because look at how much truffle is on this. Kind of explains that, I think, $35 price tag. Which, yes, I think makes this the most expensive bread we've ever had. Wow. The price is hard to justify, but that is definitely some of the best bread I've ever had. It's soft, it's warm, it's gooey. The truffle flavor is so strong, even stronger than the truffle mac and cheese was at Fort Charles. I feel like if you can swing it, I'd go for this. If not, you know, you're not missing that much, but it is really good. This is gonna be a heavy meal and we still downed that thing. The monkey bread is made with Perigord black truffles, which are some of the most expensive truffles you can get, and is served with Parmesan cheese and truffle butter. We felt like the amount of truffle flavor was absolutely perfect, but other examples of this we found online looked quite a lot different. So if ours was supposed to look like that, maybe just lower the price and lower the amount of truffle people should be expecting to get.
I feel like I need to crack it open. Looks good. Okay, so should I dip it in both sauces? Guess why not? They're so pretty looking. They're like little stars. Oh. Wow, delicious. It's like a crab salad made with cream cheese, stuffed in this like crispy, crunchy pastry. And then you get a little bit of sweetness from this sauce. It is to die for.
These things are fried to perfection. I'm just gonna go with this sweet chili sauce first. Wow, it's like a dessert. You got the crab flavor in there for sure.
Yeah.
It's not like there's no crab flavor.
No. But the cream cheese is...
pastry and the cream cheese is almost like a cannoli. It's crazy. And there is a lot of sweetness in there. Wow, that's so good.
It kind of is like a crab cannoli. It's way more cream cheese forward than I was expecting.
It is. If someone wants to say to you, do you want a crab cannoli, you definitely would say no, I have a feeling, but you should say yes. I don't know what this sauce is, but...
You get a little bit of horseradish.
Horseradish?
Yeah, try the sauce. I don't know if I'm making that up or not.
Yeah,
right?
It is.
But it works. It's like a sweet and spicy combination.
I'm gonna double dip. The horseradish changes the flavor a lot. It's way less of a dessert. Honestly, I think it makes a lot more sense with the horseradish and the sweet chili sauce. Really good. I mean, yeah, like you said, I'm very pleasantly surprised. I was not sure what to expect with these, and they are excellent. These king crab rangoons deserve a spot on your table. The thin wonton wrappers are fried to crisp perfection, generously filled with cream cheese and king crab, and served with a sweet chili dipping sauce. Also, there's no mention of the second sauce on the menu, but it's a spicy mustard with a kick of horseradish. The dish strikes the perfect balance of sweet and savory with just the right touch of heat from the mustard. First impressions, it's cooked perfectly. It's definitely red on the inside. We ordered it medium rare. It's honestly a pretty fatty looking ribeye, but it does look like it's nicely seasoned, and it is pretty small. I mean, 10 ounces is not huge, but it definitely does look a little small. Let's give it a try. Definitely a lot of pepper, but like I said, it's very well seasoned, a lot of salt, a lot of pepper. I would say it's probably a little bit more on the fatty side, a little more on the chewy side. I'm not sure, like, if you're coming here for brunch, you'd get the $129 dry aged ribeye. She did say this was by far the most common steak on the menu, even on the dinner menu, the steak frites, so that's kind of why we got it. But yeah, I mean, it's good. It's kind of what you'd expect for like a less expensive ribeye. Let's try it with all these ingredients together. That is a good bite altogether. That béarnaise sauce got like a little bit of acidity, and I got a little bit of the hash browns in there by accident. That added the perfect textural component to the whole dish. Honestly, all together, this is really good. The ribeye on the brunch menu and the ribeye steak frites are slightly different, even though they cost the exact same. The brunch version swaps out the fries for 2 eggs any style and crispy hash browns. But our waitress said that the dinner version is actually a 14-ounce ribeye versus the 10-ounce version they have for brunch. All of the steaks are actually more expensive for brunch, except for this one, which is just smaller. While $56 might seem like a steal compared to the other steaks on the menu, I definitely think we should have opted for something else. We both still enjoyed it, but realistically, it probably wasn't much better than something I could have made at home. The same definitely cannot be said about their French dip.
I'm gonna do this the way that Fort Charles taught us to do it and put a little bit of aioli on the top bun. And then I'm gonna make sure I hold this sandwich in the jus for 3 Mississippis. 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi. Here we go. This has the same Calabrian chili flavor, and it really makes this sandwich, it is to die for. So tender, the toast is so crunchy, perfect texture combination, perfect flavor combination, insane.
I'm surprised you said that this has the same Calabrian chili pepper flavor, because I think it's spicy, but it's way more subtle than it was at Fort Charles. The prime rib is super tender and flavorful, and obviously that jus is really flavorful as well, but I don't know, I just think that the one at Fort Charles just had like a little something extra, just like a stronger Calabrian chili flavor that lended itself better to the sandwich. But the baguette is cooked perfectly, it's so toasted. I don't really get a lot of that horseradish aioli, and I put a lot of that on there. But yeah, it's good. I would say if the Fort Charles one is the best one I've ever had, this is like a pretty close second. Like the French dip from Fort Charles, this is easily one of the best anywhere. I'm not entirely sure why they went a little lighter on the Calabrian chili flavor in the jus, but otherwise it's nearly identical. It was really hard not to get that chocolate cream pie that we had the last time at Fort Charles, because that thing is amazing. But it's nice to know that you can get that here as well if you're looking to try another one of those staples from Fort Charles. Our waitress said this is probably their best dessert other than that, so let's give it a try. Wow, every time we have carrot cake, it amazes me how good it is and how slept on of a dessert it actually is. Honestly, I think this is more up my alley than the chocolate cream pie, which is crazy to say because that is absurdly good. That's just like a little heavy, whereas this, it's so moist and light and creamy, and you get a nice crunch from all of this on top. God, this is really, really good. They definitely know how to do desserts at Hog Salt's restaurants. Look at the size of this carrot cake. It is huge. It's funny how I always do like my head as a comparison. Like, I don't know why I do that, but anyway. All right, let's do this. You could really taste that cinnamon. You could really taste that nutmeg. The cake is so moist, and the cake to icing ratio is just perfect. This will be amazing in the fall. So good. Hog Salt continues to wow us with their desserts. The carrot cake was moist but had a nice crunch from the toasted coconut on top and pieces of walnut inside. A hint of spice but plenty of sweetness from the cream cheese. Definitely don't pass on dessert here. That was such a great meal. Truly one of the best restaurant ambiances in the entire city. I would say I don't think that the French dip was quite as good as Fort Charles. We probably weren't as blown away by any of the food as we were there, but that's not to say that everything we had wasn't terrific. And it's really nice that it's a slightly more accessible way that you can come and get the famous French dip from Port Charles, or the Au Cheval burger, or even that chocolate cream pie. I'm sure that would be amazing here as well. But if you've ever been to any of the Hog Salt restaurants, we would love to know what you've thought of it. Make sure to like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video, and we'll see you in the next one.